You know what they say, you can't take it with you, so put it down and get out of my house. You're robbing me right now, and that's wrong.
I'm calling the cops.
Welcome to Very Real Talk, everybody. The show with three very real boys and even very realer talk.
Yeah, the talk is extra real.
Yeah, I think it's going to be extra real today. I'm Nick Potter, by the way, host of this show. I got a couple of boys with me, as per usual. The first one over here, his name is Collin Sage. Collin, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Boxers or briefs?
Briefs, obviously.
Yeah, grown adults use briefs, right?
Yeah, at some point, usually some kind of tidy whities as a kid, right?
Obviously.
And then at some point, every young man gets his first pair of boxers, and he feels freedom, he feels cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, your pants get tighter in your 20s, and you're trying to shove extra boxer material down into your pants.
That big old dick.
That big dick, these meaty thighs.
Right.
You got to get in these skinny jeans so girls will like me.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want my bare skin just rubbing on denim all day.
Right. You take your Jinko jeans, you throw them in the garbage.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden your boxers don't fit down your pants.
You're like shoving them down, but they're rolling up.
And you have all this extra material. It's like, why? But I also don't want to be my father with like dirty, stained, tidy whiteys. Is there a middle ground? Yes.
Yeah, and your boy over here uses the extra long-legged boxer briefs.
Yeah, they hug you.
Yeah, they're the shit, man. They're just like shorts. Like, I should be able to wear these things out in pub, you know what I'm saying?
I can never get, I can never get too. Every time I buy a new set of boxer briefs, there's always something wrong with them, but like in the opposite direction of what was wrong last time. This most recent baggie I got, they're too tight around the thigh. Why? Because like the threads that are keeping it tight are not elastic in any way.
Oh, so it's just like...
It doesn't make any sense. They're stretching the cotton
Yeah.
and the polyester, whatever blend is in there, but they put just like regular thread around the part that goes around your thigh. Yeah, so it's like a tourniquet. You slide them up, and then it immediately starts to cut circulation.
Yeah.
So I just went in there, and I just broke those threads.
Yeah.
And now they're fine.
Oh, it feels like they turn into boxers to me.
Well, no, it doesn't make them loose. It's just these like there's like two threads that go through.
Oh, okay.
Like normally where there'd be a little bit of elastic.
Yeah.
It's just regular. It's like a little
just a
piece of rope or something. Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
Thanks, China, for nothing.
Yeah, the time before that, I got them, and it's like little skirts. Like there's no elastic around the thigh part, so it's kind of like tight on the waistband, and then it just like poofs out into like little parachutes. And it's
Yikes.
like, what?
Thanks again, China.
Right.
Get it right.
But worse than boxers, like it like furled out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Who's this for?
It's like a
Sounds
hoop
fancy,
skirts,
dude.
little hoop
That sounds
skirts.
really
just for
fancy.
each individual leg.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
So it's like it's always a miss, but it's a miss in a different direction. It can be the same brand. I could get Fruit of the Loom 3 times in a row, and they'll be vastly different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's bring those back to America. Am I right? I don't know what agenda I'm pushing right now.
Haynes just strangle you. Michael Jordan, what the fuck?
Yeah, they were better in the 90s.
Get your hands off my balls, Mister.
Some hot takes. I got another boy here with me. It's actually my brother.
It's your boy.
And his name is Joey Potter. Joey, this is my question for you. And since the first one was kind of rooted in the 90s, I got another 90s-based question for you.
All right. Was it rooted in the 90s?
Yeah, the boxers are brief debate?
I guess so.
Absolutely. That was Michael Jordan. He was at the
yeah.
top. Maybe early 2000s.
All right.
But this one's firmly rooted back in those late 90s, early 2000s sort of time. Coke or Pepsi?
Man,
Take the Pepsi challenge with me.
Man,
Oh, nice.
Man.
What about
you
RC
know it's Coke.
Cola?
It's Coke. I don't know anybody that it's Pepsi for.
Fucking psychopaths.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want in a soft drink? Do you want vanilla, like a smooth like vanilla, or do you want citrus?
Wild cherry.
No, that's like the base is vanilla and citrus.
Sure.
Like that's like the main difference between Coke and Pepsi is like that angle.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants citrus?
I kind of like Pepsi. Guys.
Oh, no.
This is
Why?
gross.
Colin?
Because
My favorite color is green and I like Pepsi.
Hey, I like all
Who are you?
I like all the tertiary Cokes, like vanilla Coke, cherry
Okay.
Coke. Those are the bomb.
Yeah.
But standard Coke, if it's not ice cold, it tastes thick.
Okay.
Like the syrup I can feel it on my gums, like in my pores. Like it's too syrupy.
Well, see, I'm a Dr. Pepper man, so Coke is like watered down to me.
Ooh, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's what a lot of people say about that stuff is that Coke is better than Pepsi, but Pepsi has better like tertiary drinks like Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, Sierra Mist, Orange Crush, the rest.
I guess Orange Crush. You can put Orange Crush in there, but no. I work at a place, and we're switching to Pepsi.
Whoa.
And I don't mind because we're getting Dr. Pepper. So, my boy DP, my boy DP's there.
Yeah.
But I almost fear we're going to lose business.
Oh,
I looked
man.
at their Facebook page when they announced that they were switching to Pepsi. Everyone was mad.
It wasn't great.
Everyone was shitting on them.
It
I'm
wasn't
laughing
great.
because people are taking the time out of their day to hit some keystrokes. They're expending calories, however little that may be,
Yeah.
to be upset and let people know
Yeah.
about just like a random pizza place.
Like, I feel like if they were like, we're switching our sauce, no one would care. But they're like, what? You're not going to have Coke Zero anymore? I'm not going
I
to.
think the big one's going to be Cherry Coke. I think a lot of people order Cherry Coke.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But DP.
Cherry Pepsi exists, am I right?
Cherry,
Or it's
Doc-
wild cherry.
cherry Dr. Pepper. It's like extra, like like it just.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how many people were upset by that. I don't drink soda anymore, so I don't really care.
Wow.
I know.
You
Good
never
for me.
really did.
I know.
It's not
When I
like
did, I
you
was a
like
Sprite
changed
boy.
your life.
I was a Sprite
You just
boy, for
like
sure.
when you were 7, you drank Sprite like all the other 7-year-olds. And I was like, wow, look at my brother drinking Sprite. It's Sprite time.
Yeah.
And then you just stopped.
Yeah.
You
Man,
turned
I heard
8.
these are bad for me.
You turned
At
8 and you
8, yeah.
stopped drinking Sprite.
Man,
Ash Jeeves told me that these are bad.
when Vanilla Coke came out, which it might have come out in the 80s once, and then I don't know if it was
Right.
the first time it came out, but when it came out in like 2000,
Yeah,
I
99.
fucking bent that shit over.
Yeah, it was. I was relentless on the vanilla Coke for
Absolutely,
sure.
the same thing. And then it's like if we ran out, I was like putting vanilla extract in like Big K soda
I was going to Rainbow Blossom and just getting like vanilla.
and putting it in RC Cola. I was just like, whatever is the closest thing.
He was frothy to the mouth. He was dangerous.
yeah,
when
it was,
he didn't
it
have
was weird. I wasn't that big of a soda boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
except
dude.
for
And then it went away
Vanilla
for
Coke.
like 6 years
Yeah.
or something. And it hurt me.
They brought it back, but then they didn't have it at a place, and they offered Collin vanilla Pepsi, and Collin killed somebody.
Oh, I will.
He just strangled a McDonald's worker.
I will say, I wasn't really drinking soda there for a time, and then in high school, I worked at a Denny's, and instead of having vanilla or cherry options to the Cokes, we just had these pumps.
Oh, the pumps are
Oh,
gross.
yes,
right,
pumps are
which
gross.
right, but we wouldn't tell anybody that. You're not supposed to tell.
You like,
But I found out you can make vanilla anything, and people thought that was cool. You just didn't explain to them how it worked. But then I
pumping
found
syrup into syrup.
if I was having a stressful day, I would, since I didn't drink soda, it was already sugary enough as it was, but then I'd like fill a glass up like halfway with Coke, and I'd do like 20 pumps of vanilla,
Oh,
and
no.
eventually I ran us out of vanilla, and we
Nice.
didn't restock it for a month, so I was doing cherry. But I just sit and pump. You're supposed to do like one pump.
Right.
Is in the directions.
can
I do
see
like
you-
6.
Like somebody like threw their moons over my hand me back into your face, and you just like took the whole pump out to the parking lot in the back and just started pumping it right into your mouth.
Dude, I'm not joking. That shit happened.
Yeah.
Like like a little shot glass, but with like 6. And you're supposed to do one pump to a full cup.
Why aren't you 300
And
pounds?
dude, it wasn't 300 pounds. It was like, why don't I have diabetes?
Right.
Because I could feel it. It's like when you start to get drunk or you start to get high, like you kind of feel it, like the tingles
Yeah, it
start
kinda takes
and
you.
move down your body. It was like that, but it was the sugar. I could feel it like entering my blood and moving down my body. And I was like,
Gross.
so
like I could
jacked
just,
up.
dude, I could just, it was like, and I get tunnel vision. Like, I don't know how I didn't have diabetes. I get tunnel vision and I just like run out into the, I'm not even I'm really not exaggerating. It's not like a cartoon. I would literally get tunnel vision and like get the shakes and be like, and like feel my pores open up like I just had a hot drink, and I just start like tearing through like, what's your order? What's up? What's going on? And I'd run back, dude. There was a couple nights I did like 5 of those shots.
Yeah.
So you think if there's 5 or 6 pumps per shot, who the fuck knows how much liquid sugar syrup I ingested in a single night?
Yikes.
Holy cow.
You were just like throwing chicken strips from across the room to tables. Just like,
Right. Here's your Grand Slam, you piece of shit.
You know, when I was younger, I took the Pepsi challenge, and I was like 7 years old.
Okay.
I took it. It was at a car show. I was out with my grandfather, and I chose Coke because you could obviously taste the difference. It was for those of you that don't know, it was just a blind taste test. They'd have 2 cups, and they'd say, "Here, take the Pepsi challenge." And I chose Coke because it's obvious that's way better. They didn't give me anything. No frisbee.
Just flipped you the bird.
Yeah, they had the
Wrong
bouncer
one.
remove me.
Pepsi Man came up and removed you.
Time to go.
He escorted me to the parking lot, and me and my grandfather had to leave.
But since it wasn't like being recorded, it was like a really overweight Pepsi Man in like an off-brand costume. Like you could see like his dick slightly through his costume, and he's just like, "Time to go."
Your costume says Popsy, man. Yeah, that just made me sad. It's like they denied a small kid like a Pepsi Frisbee because I didn't choose their shitty drink.
I could
Been
see it
bitter
being
ever
close
since.
again if they were cold, but if they just served you lukewarm, Coke has a very distinct
Yeah.
lukewarm flavor.
It's like, hey, I thought you were out here doing a survey. I thought this was for research. I didn't know that if I chose the wrong product, I wouldn't get a sweet Pepsi Frisbee.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is bullshit. And then I'd be forcibly removed to the parking lot and not refunded my money, my grandfather's money.
Right.
All right.
You look up over your shoulder, you're like, "Oh well, let's go, Grandpa." And you look back and he's like, "Pepsi!" Like he chose the Pepsi, and they're like just throwing
like, he got $100.
strippers at him or something. Like it just gets wild. And
You
you're
get
like,
this Model A car.
Man, I missed out.
Then he left me in the parking lot as he drove away with all the models and his $7,000 cash.
I think they were models. They were all in the Pepsi Man costume. It's hard to tell.
All right, guys, let's move on to our game segment. All right, guys, today's game is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do an oldie but a goodie. It's 20 questions with
Right.
your friends Nick, Joey, and Collin.
It's either animals or minerals. Here we go. We're keeping
Super
it
fun.
OG.
Wow.
I want a
Keeping it
mineral.
super fun.
Joey, please pick mineral. They're funner, more fun to guess.
No, we're gonna do movies because you guys don't know shit about minerals.
You don't know that I used to collect rocks, Joey.
All right.
I still have it. There's one shaped like an egg. I'm pretty sure that half of them are just covered in glitter. That's not real gold. I thought it was.
Zinc.
So we're gonna do movie 20 questions. I have a movie in mind. You guys are gonna give me yes or no questions,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna answer yes or no
Tight.
or maybe.
Ooh.
Yes, no. Will you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Very good.
Nice.
Is the movie Malcolm in the Middle the movie?
Was there a movie?
No, I wish there was, though.
Yeah.
Fuck. That
Okay.
show deserved one.
So
All right.
I got my pen and my paper to tally your things when if you're sinking really bad around like 10 questions, I might throw you a lifeline.
Okay. Sounds fair.
Tight.
Colin, do you want to go first?
Yes. Is it a aughts movie? 2000, 2010.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a comedy?
Less so than it's not the primary. I wouldn't call
Okay.
it primarily.
It wasn't
a
built to
comedy
make me
film.
laugh. Okay.
Right.
Good.
Are there sci-fi elements?
Yes. Very light though.
Is Snoop Dogg in it?
Let's see. No.
Okay.
No, he's not.
All right. It's not.
That might have
Starsky
seemed
and
like a
Hutch.
throwaway, Colin, but it's really important.
It's not Soul Plane. We got it.
The
Damn
end.
it.
That movie was not made to make me laugh, and there's a little bit of sci-fi.
Would you call Soul Plane sci-fi?
Did you
I'd
see
call
that?
it more sci-fi than comedy. That's for fucking sure. Jesus Christ!
Jeez. Snoop Dogg flew the plane and it bounced.
It
I remember that
bounced,
in the
yeah.
trailer. Yeah.
Didn't he like die from smoking too much weed? or
No,
something?
he ate bad mushrooms.
That's what it was.
Kevin Hart was there.
Oh fuck!
Oh, you guys
Was it Anthony Anderson in that
You
piece?
guys actually watched that
Of
movie.
course we did.
Of course we
Shut
did.
up.
Colin, you got a
watch the
question
second
for me?
one? What about Soul Train? Did it come out between 2005 and 2010?
Yes. That's 5.
Is the main character a man?
Yes.
Is the main character a comedic actor?
No.
Was it a big budget movie?
Let me check. Kind of for the time.
Okay, so what do we got so far? We got it was an aughts movie. The main character's a man. It's kind of funny, kind of sci-fi-y. Does not contain
Has
Snoop
sci-fi
Dogg.
elements. I wouldn't say kind of sci-fi.
Okay.
Okay. No Snoop Dogg.
No Snoop Dogg.
Is the protagonist white?
Obviously. When is it not just a white man?
don't
Except
know.
for Soul Plane.
Right.
Which we already know it's not, so every other movie.
It's
a
like
white
asking if they have
protagonist.
glasses and Guess Who. Like they're probably not, but if they do, it's like 2 people.
Yeah.
Right. Is the main character, the actor that plays the main character, still relevant today in 2019?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa. Is Johnny Depp in it?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
No.
I
It's just a
don't want to throw away another one.
Nick did Snoop Dogg.
I'm trying to think of like a white actor that's not relevant today that would lead.
Jonathan Depp.
Yeah. Does it star Brendan Fraser?
No, it does not.
I thought that was a
Was
pretty
he
good
even
one.
relevant by 2005 to
Sure,
whatever
the
you
Mummy
said?
and
When did Monkey Bone come
Monkey
out?
Bone.
I feel like 2003 or something. I don't
The
know.
Mummy 3 that came out at some point.
Yeah, it happened. All right, go, Colin. What else you got?
Fuck.
All right, so you got late aughts,
Yeah.
mid to late aughts. You got not Johnny Depp, not Snoop Dogg, white guy.
Not
That's
Brendan
not
Fraser.
relevant anymore. Oh yeah, Brendan Fraser. Let's see.
Kind of a big budget.
Kind of a big budget.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it.
All right.
Are there any English actors in the movie?
Not in like the main cast.
Okay.
Does it star Sean William Scott?
No, it does
Fuck,
not.
man.
Oh,
There's
man.
so many
14.
white actors that aren't relevant anymore.
I guess I'll throw you a bone.
Okay.
I like this movie a lot.
Okay, he likes the movie a lot.
Is there romantic elements? I'd say-
Yes.
okay. I guess I can't ask an elaborate question. Okay.
It's not a. It's almost misleading to say yes, but there is a relationship in the movie. I wouldn't take that into account that hard.
Does it star Jamie Kennedy?
You really need to stop. Like you got to throw something
All right.
else out there.
Is
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
it entirely live action?
No,
Oh, interesting.
Is it Speed Racer?
it is Speed Racer.
Fuck, you got it, Colin.
You guys were like moving and grooving, and then it was just like Nick just picking white dudes from the mid 2000s who don't have.
Are you saying Emil Hirsch isn't relevant anymore, Joey?
Where is he, Nick?
I don't
Where the
know.
fuck
Again.
is he? Because I miss him.
Yeah, me too.
I miss him.
I don't know why, though, because he is just another regular plain white guy. Why is he special to me?
Because Speed Racer was dope.
Speed Racer
What
is
else was
dope.
he in?
Into the Wild?
Girl Next Door.
That's it?
He was in that one movie that was that reminds me of Attack the Block, but not.
Oh, yeah, where, like, electricity is killing people.
Yeah, I
turning
didn't.
them
I
into
didn't see
dust.
it. Yeah,
What?
It was a
Sentient
low-budget fucking-
electricity.
Yeah.
I I don't know.
They were like
It
in
was-
Russia.
It was
I
called
don't
like
know.
Defend the Corner or
Like
something
the,
like that.
the last hours or something like that.
Nice.
Let me-
defend the cube.
Yeah, I thought Speed Racer was going to be a gimme. For me,
I thought
coming
that'd be
from
too
me.
obvious. Joey, you love Speed Racer. You talk about it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see you, you're screaming.
You know what
about
would have made that better? Speed Racer if Snoop Dogg was in it, if he was like another racer that like his car ran on marijuana smoke or something.
Whoa, dude. That's probably a movie
If he had
already.
just been like,
it was called The Darkest Hour.
There you go.
if he had just been like a mechanic or something,
Yes.
and then maybe he's up under the car, and
okay.
one of those little rolly wheel things. You
Sure.
can't see his face, and then he's like, "Hey, how's the car coming?" And he's like, "Hold your motherfucking horses!" And then like smoke like comes out from under the car. Right.
Snoop Dogg.
This shit's all kind of whacked up, man.
Yeah, like you think the car, like the engine is like heating up, but it's really just marijuana smoke.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Smoke's pouring out the exhaust pipe,
Yeah.
and Speed Racer's like, that can't be good. And Snoop goes, let me check. Puts his mouth on it, hits it, because it's actually a bong.
bong,
He's
yes,
like,
obviously.
actually, it's real good. Blows it back out. Boom. Speed Racer 2, here we come.
Speed Racer needed some weed jokes for sure, because the best way to watch that movie is on weed. I don't know.
I've never seen it.
Oh, we'll take you to town, dog.
I just
And
vaguely
you got it.
remember the trailer. I vaguely remember it.
Well, yeah, just know that it's perfect, but it would be more perfect if it had a bunch of weed jokes. All right, guys, let's move on to today's topic. All right, guys, this is a fun hypothetical that we haven't played yet, and I'm super excited to hear what you guys can come up with. I want to talk today about money.
Chia.
How little we have because people aren't supporting our podcast. Fuck.
All right.
Guilt.
Let's get angry with the audience.
Let's turn the mirror back at them for a second.
Like, hey, you guys are getting your free entertainment, you pieces of shit.
we do this podcast in our free time, and we're not making money.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry, I don't want to hate too much. Thank you so much for listening.
I already tuned out to you guys.
Oh, they're gonna start
Right.
bitching about this.
Snoop Dogg, if you're listening, we're not talking about you. You're
No.
amazing.
Audience,
and
if you
wanna
tuned
give me
out,
money-
just know I was right there with you. Man of the people.
it's all right. The world tuned out for Speed Racer. Oh,
It was so
Boom,
good,
boom,
though.
boom,
It's
boom,
coming
boom,
back
boom, boom.
around, dog. It's coming
Yeah.
back around.
Yeah, it's making a resurgence. All right, guys, I am gonna give you each 1 million hypothetical dollars.
Okay.
We're going to do sort of a mini Brewster's Millions, and if you don't know what that movie is, fucking look it up.
I don't even know what it is.
All right. Good. That means a lot of people that listen to this podcast probably won't. Just look up Richard Pryor in Wikipedia and scroll for a while. You'll figure it out.
All right.
You're going to have $1 million,
All right.
and you have to spend it in a day. How do you do that?
All right.
You can do it on a gag. You can do it to benefit yourself. Whatever. I don't care. We're just talking.
Can I like kick open the door of like an open house and like drop a duffel bag full of money
Okay.
and have the house?
I don't think they're going to be able to process that money.
Ooh.
But I made the
one day.
transaction. The money's
But
out of
you
my
hand
hands.
it to the realtor, though? Or you hand it to the
guess.
homeowner?
I don't know how this shit works. I've rented
Yeah,
houses
Joey-
for 20 years.
Joey, I bought a house. I don't even know how it works, man.
I can tell you did not have a duffel bag full of cash.
I didn't.
All
I had to
right.
sign a series of papers that someone were they a lawyer? Were they a realtor? Who
Were they a bank?
I just signed these papers that this woman that my wife told me was important told me to sign. Like I
Perfect.
I own this house. I have no idea how.
Well, I guess-
through a series of papers
I guess
that
the
I wrote.
house is out of the
Right.
equation. Which
I
is
even
pretty
had
rough.
to re-sign some because she was like, "Your signature's different."
Whoa,
And I was like,
dude.
"Whoa, you mean that's not legal? If I like accidentally sign my whole name or my short name on different pieces, it was all very complicated."
Not when
Damn,
there's
dude.
lots of money involved. Like if it's, I don't know, your social security card, you can sign that however the fuck you want, and they won't
Right.
even laminate it. But as soon as there's more than like $10, it
Well,
really matters.
All right, so I guess a house is off the table. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these other
And
things.
would you buy a $1 million house?
No, not
Okay.
a $1 million house. I'd buy a reasonable house.
Sure.
But you know who probably would take duffel bags full of money?
Okay.
That's used car lots.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Yes,
That's a
they
good
will.
idea. That's a good idea.
I guess I'd spend most of my day driving around buying a fleet of Honda Elements.
So when they all inevitably stop being manufactured,
They've been stopped being
Oh, shit.
manufactured since 2011.
oh shit!
So
He's
I could
trying to
literally
corner
buy
that
a
market.
fleet.
Okay, yeah.
Because the most expensive one is probably $20K.
yeah,
You know?
and yeah, but you can only drive one at a time. You just have to.
I'd have them for like every day of the week, dude.
Well, no, you pick your favorite one, your favorite color. Then you just keep pulling parts off of. You just have like a junkyard of Honda Elements around your house. You just keep pulling. Like, oh, I need a new lamp. They don't sell those anymore. I
No,
guess I'll
dude.
just pull it from this blue one.
Once it's broken, I just throw it in the fucking lake.
Nice.
I got a
You
fleet.
fill just
I got
one
a
lake.
fleet. Also, it's Honda, so there's a bunch of parts I can just throw into it.
Right.
You know?
I'm imagining you've picked this one small lake in like the middle of a neighborhood, and just like over time, just like
It's the one across the street from my
Hondas
work.
just start like popping out of it, and everyone's like, "What?"
I like to envision that you start to like soup them up and Frankenstein them and like mashing parts together, and eventually you just have like a perfectly square car.
You create a
It's-
new
it's
element.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, sir! You've created a new element.
But yeah, man,
admire, man.
I see them range from like, 4,000. I probably wouldn't buy anything under that. I don't want literally
Right,
like
that's just
a
a waste
frame.
of your time.
Yeah, like 4 to like 15,000.
Sure.
Imagine how many I could buy with $1 million.
Right.
Right, but you got to think: are there enough Honda Elements in this like tri-state area for you to spend $1
Yeah,
million?
Joe, in your
Probably
research
not.
of this car, where is the most popular place that Honda Elements exist?
Like Columbus, Ohio.
Of course, like the most plain white people.
Yeah,
Are like,
dude.
I don't want a van, I don't want an SUV, and I don't want like, a regular car in any kind of sense of the word.
Yeah.
So let me get this weird kind of box thing.
Yeah, dude.
When I sit in your car, I feel like I'm in a spaceship or something.
It's dope.
It's almost too big, though.
You don't feel like you're in any other car but a motherfucking Element,
Yeah.
dude.
It's true. I was like, this feels like too much room to have, like so much open air.
That's because
Like, to
you're
reach you, I have to like scoot in my seat to touch you. I'm so far
you're
away.
a fucking basic sedan driving bitch, so you're
goddamn
like
right I am.
jam packed into your tiny fucking car because you're like a 6 foot tall dude.
Oh, you're right.
and you
I'm a
can't really-
sheeple.
You're
Oh
a
my
sheeple.
Yeah. Why don't you have a cube? You fuck.
Fuck, you're right. I just drive a little Toyota Yaris because it was my wife's car, and now I look silly in it. This little zip zap car.
Meanwhile, cut to me, and I'm like doing the worm while I'm
He's
driving.
doing the worm in the car while he's driving, and he has
Yeah.
enough room.
I can
He didn't
fold
even
the
knock his sandwich over
I can
that was
fold
also
the
sitting in
seats
there.
up, put like 6 bikes back there.
Whoa.
For when your whole crew wants to ride
Right.
bikes but really far away.
Yeah, dude.
For what that much.
They want to ride bikes, but not in an area that is bikeable to.
Yeah. Also, if possible, I'd try to get like a Dr. Pepper like fountain machine installed in my car.
Let's just hit up
nice.
Exhibit.
Yeah,
and see
really,
what
I
he
just
can
want to be
do.
on Pimp My Ride.
Yeah,
That's what I want to
This
do.
g- I mean, I feel like him and his whole crew would have trouble filling that car.
Right.
They're like, we put a fish tank, a Dr. Pepper machine, we put fucking Snoop Dogg's in there. He just lives in your element now. And now, like,
He was cool with it.
we still have so much room. What do we do?
Right. Here's a baby grand piano.
Yeah.
Put that in there. Anyway, we didn't fix the brakes. Good luck. That's some real shit that happened on Pimp My Ride.
Fuck.
Look it up. Yeah, but I'm thinking, are you going to be able to spend your whole $1 million? Like, you're going to have some residge.
I mean, I figure we kind of go around some more.
Oh, okay.
you know?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. All
Yeah,
right.
Colin, what's something you'd spend $1 million on if you're trying to get rid of it in a day?
I'd go to the dealership
Okay.
because exhibit and exit wounds taught me you can just go to a dealership and throw a guy with a ponytail a duffel bag of cash, and you say that guy gets the commission, and then you drive out of the dealership with Anthony Anderson in the passenger seat.
Oh, shit.
Similar thing happened in Garrett or Die Trying.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah,
was
they just
Anthony
want to
Anderson
move
in
those
that?
cars. They don't care how shady you're being.
Right? Doesn't matter.
He shoved a duffel bag full of cash at the guy. He said, "It's all there." The guy was like, "Okay."
I
and
believe you.
handed him the
Transaction
keys, and he
over, sir.
bounced. Registration?
Perfect.
No.
Didn't
right.
bother to unzip it.
Right. Oh no, he just filled it with marshmallows. What do I do? We didn't fill out any paperwork. Fuck.
But
Colin,
I
what kind of
do
car
like
are you buying at the
marshmallows, so it's
dealership,
not-
though?
I'm actually not going to do that.
Okay.
That was just an Exit Wounds joke. Go back and watch it. Steven Seagal's like only theatrical release movie.
Rented on Yoto.
You fucking seen Exit Wounds and not Speed Racer?
God damn it.
I've seen Exit Wounds multiple times.
You could have used at least one of those on Speed Racer.
Yep. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I want to do something that gets me some notoriety for, after this $1 million is gone.
You're going to start your own prank show?
No, I don't have that. I can do that in a day. What I'm going to do is go to a Walmart,
Okay.
and I'm going to make the biggest purchase in Walmart history.
Oh.
Okay.
Because the person who, up to this point, has the biggest purchase in Walmart history, none other than Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, shit.
So if I out-purchase him,
What do you
I
get?
can blow that shit up on Instagram.
Wow.
And then before you know it, me and Shaq have a rivalry. We have beef.
Maybe you guys get like a
shit.
TV show where you go to Walmart's and try to spend the most money?
Well, that's like the long term.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta blow my $1 million, but I'm gonna set myself up for success later.
Yeah.
By somehow weaseling my way into Shaquille O'Neal's life.
Okay.
And I think the only way I can do that is by making the largest purchase in Walmart history. His purchase was in like 70,000.
Didn't he?
Oh, that ain't
was it
shit.
that he did? Was he one of the people that bought all the layaway shit for people, or did he just spend it on him?
No, he just spent it on him, dog.
Nice.
Which to this day I still don't understand. I saw an interview who explained it a little bit. He got a new apartment, I think, when he changed NBA teams, maybe when he was going to the Heat.
Okay.
I don't remember, but yeah, he just said he just went to Walmart and he was just like started pointing at things. Get
Oh,
that?
dude.
You know what's crazy? Is that he's Shaquille O'Neal. He's the guy that like never spent one of his NBA checks. Why is he buying all of his like furniture at Walmart?
I don't know, man.
Like-
because he's
How does
Yeah,
how's he
completely
spending
furnished
70
a full home for $70,000.
and I feel like
at
the
Walmart.
size of Walmart furniture is like a dollhouse to him.
right.
Right, you think he'd have to go like online and special order?
Well,
He has to
that's
special
why
order
he.
his shoes.
Well, that's why it's 70,000 because he bought like several couches to squish them together.
sew together. Yeah,
So together.
Right, and then he had to go to the sewing section and like get out some thread.
Buy a person to come sew his couches together.
I know he was physically at the store, but I don't know if he just like picked a bunch of things and was like deliver it,
right.
or if he like physically took most of the items out of the store. I
he
don't know.
filled up his Honda Element with all these goodies.
his fleet.
I
of
just
Honda
know
Element.
in
no, just one.
Yeah.
It's $70,000.
I think he probably spent $20,000 on goods, and then he bought a Walmart employee for a year for like $50,000.
Nice.
Dude, have you guys seen those online pickup towers in Walmart?
No,
They have one up in Clarksville. It's like, dude, it's like 15 feet tall. And when you walk in, it's just this giant orange monolith that's surrounded by other like lockers.
Okay.
Apparently, what you do is if you buy something online, you walk up to the fucking like monolith,
Yeah.
scan your phone or
Oh,
whatever,
shit.
and then a door opens and a conveyor belt like brings down your goods.
So what they did was they copied
Be
the Little
Little
Caesars,
Caesars.
tactic, because I don't know if you've been in one recently, Joey, but they got those hot boxes up front. Where
Okay.
you go, you order your pizza ahead of time, and then you go in, and yours is in. It tells you what tray. It's like yours is in tray 4,
Right. It's
and then
like
you
a
scan
vending
your little code.
machine.
Yeah, it's a vending machine, but it's got your specific pizza, and then it just
guys, the
opens.
future is now.
Right.
I don't go to
Eventually-
Little Caesars anymore because I'm trying not to die. But when I did,
it was glorious, and there'd be
we
like
would- the one-
45 people in a tiny
the
store.
one by my house, Joey, me and Collin, just being bros, hanging out on like Friday nights, we'd be like, what do we want to do? Well, obviously we have to start our night with a bunch of hot and readies.
Yes.
But
yes.
ours is in a neighborhood where a lot of people are just like feeding their whole family on weekends with $5 pizzas. So the first time, like, we would walk in there and stand in the crowd, and like there would almost be fights breaking out because there was no sausage left or whatever. They're
It
like,
happened.
you have to wait, and they'd be like, "What? This is some bullshit!" And we were just
Right.
like, Yeah, sometimes there's 45 people in here. It's just a small room.
And then some college kid walk in with AirPods in and be like, how long is the wait? Because I need some pizzas right now. And he had to push his way through like 40 fucking people who are shoulder to shoulder in this place.
That are each buying like 8 to 10 pizzas.
Yes.
Jesus.
Like they'd be walking
pizzas.
out with like stacks of them. So the first time I walked in and got to use the little easy bake oven that kept my food warm for me, everyone was blown. Like they didn't know. Like they didn't notice it was there.
You're
or
the
something.
commercial.
Yeah.
Hey guys, get hot and ready. If you
No.
here's my plug.
No, like
I'm okay. Yeah,
it's
like
just
the crowded restaurant.
restaurant. You just come in with your AirPods.
Nick like walks in. It's like in slow motion. He like puts his fingers on his nose because like weed is getting blown into his face. He has to like push past like two guys fighting, and then he like
People are like shaking $5 bills at the cashier.
The white kid is like being like strung up by his undies with the AirPods, and then he just like beep boop boop boop, and like that hot mist comes out, and everyone's like looking at him salivating.
Pizza.
And then he walks
they're
out
like pulling their hair out. They're so confused. What?
right, and he walks out in
Dude
slow
rips his own
motion.
head off.
He walks out in slow motion, just giving the finger.
Yeah.
And there's like a baby crying,
Yeah.
and then he gets like a high five at the end.
Well, it's from the animated Little Caesar pizza guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's for real. If you guys, this is Nick Potter PSA right now. If you just order them ahead of time and don't go pick up an old one, they're not that bad.
Yeah. No,
I
was
mean,
blown
hot
away.
pizza's hot pizza.
Right,
you
but
know?
it almost seems like a different quality
It
pizza.
does.
When you order ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
because it's made to order and not
Yeah,
sadness.
it's like
Right,
the
but it's still
consistency's
$5.
different.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
still
would
$5.
you would think it would be a different pizza, but it's like it is, or you would think it'd be a different price because it's a kind of a different pizza, but it's the same. And then you don't have to interact with humans anymore because they
Right.
just put it in the vending
Yeah,
machine.
it's so dope.
Yes.
And eventually, there's just not going to be a counter or a cash register. It's just going to be the vending machine.
Yeah.
I just can see it. in
That's
the
I
future.
want
gonna
that.
make the
I want
pizza.
to walk into a Little Caesars and it's just a cold, empty room.
Just white.
And at the
pure
back of the
white.
wall, there's one easy bake oven sitting there ready for me. Yeah, it's like the 2001 Space Odyssey. It's just got like the one camera.
Right.
And it's like, what do you want, Nick? And I'm like, sausage.
Sausage.
Right.
Sausage, please.
And then the camera cuts back to you, and you're in a giant bed, and you're like, "Whoa! How did this happen? This is awesome!"
Yeah. So, I mean, that's. I hope that Little Caesars is moving towards that in the future.
All right, Nick,
they
how would
definitely
you
are.
spend $1 million
All right.
in a day
I think about this all the time. Here goes.
creating a
a mi-
complex AI system for Little Caesars?
Yes.
$1 million worth of Little Caesars pizzas. He walks in past the 45 people and just like baller move. He's just sending
I just bought
truckloads
this
of
Little
pizza.
Caesar. All the pizza is mine.
Yeah, and you walk into the back and you start like rubbing your face in the ingredients and like I don't know, you get naked or something.
Yeah, I slap the new franchise owner name tag with mine as I'm walking through. Because those franchises are probably under $100,000 for sure.
Yeah.
Cash on
yeah.
the spot.
No, the same thing with the duffel bag at a dealership. Your boy's gonna roll up to a mall, right?
Okay.
I can probably get a mall for $1 million. It's failing, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick's Mall.
I thought.
Nick, perfect.
What do you got in Nick's Mall?
Obviously, there's a Lego store.
Oh wow! I thought you were going to be like Walden Books,
No, I want people to come to Nick's Mall.
6 razzmatazes, and 4 Spencer's
Well, obviously,
gifts.
there's a Hot Topic. That's a staple.
Obviously,
Two
there's
Hot
a
Topics.
cine bun on every wing.
No, you're wrong again. Can I explain my fantasy, please?
all right.
I know I have to do this in a day, but I'm talking long haul. Because if I go to wherever the mall manager's office is, and
With
I'm
a
like,
duffel bag.
with a duffel bag of $1 million, and I'm like, yes, I would like your mall, please.
Right, and he's putting the noose around his neck, and he's about to step off the chair, and then he's like,
what? Yeah, so I buy the mall. It's Nick's Mall now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Lego store.
Okay.
There's not a Cinnabon. There's an Auntie Annie's.
Okay.
On every corner.
Dang.
I want people eating those pretzels. Okay, they're so good. The nugs.
Because you're going to get them thirsty, and then you're going to have some Pepsi Cola machines spread out everywhere.
You're gonna have Pepsi men walking around with platters full of Pepsi.
And obviously, I'm gonna like empty out the old Hollister. No, you know what? That's not even big enough.
Hollister still exists?
No, because I went to the Green Tree Mall up here in Indiana.
Yeah.
It's empty, but the little like front part that was all like trying to be tropical is still there. It's real sad.
Oh yeah.
No, get rid of the J.C. Penney. It's gone. Now my dream is finally coming to fruition. An adult-oriented Discovery Zone.
Yes, dude.
Now that's probably regional, but
Yeah.
it basically what Discovery Zone was. It's a better Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah,
It's more focused on like a giant jungle gym than
Yes.
arcade games.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a giant jungle gym, and
There was like a sad, Band-Aid ball pit.
Yeah.
There was the slide that fucking pinched your ass
yeah
all
with
the way
all the
down.
rollers on it.
There's
Did you
like-
ever get to go to Discovery
Oh,
Zone,
yeah,
Colin?
yeah.
Okay.
There's
I
like
loved
one
it.
of those like net towers where you can just get like trapped for all
Yeah.
eternity.
I've got a lot of done a lot of research on this.
Uh-huh.
People think Discovery Zone went out of business because of lawsuits. Not the case. They did not get sued by anybody.
Okay.
They just overexpanded.
Yeah.
They just kept buying locations and kept opening up, and just like eventually, kind of had a just collapsed.
Right,
And
cash
Chuck
got
E.
too thin.
Yeah, and Chuck E. Cheese bought them out.
I know, it's so sad that I drive past where like half of my birthdays from like 1 to 10 were, and it's a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
It might not even be that anymore. That might even be gone.
But yet somehow the laser tag arena that's been there since we were born has not only like stayed there,
Yeah.
it's expanded
Yeah.
through most of the strip mall that it was in.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I was about to say, you take your mall, and at night, when all the shops are closed, you turn it into like a paintball arena or laser tag.
Oh, sick,
It-
dude.
well,
can
yeah.
run through the
It's
whole
gonna
mall.
be paintball / laser tag / skateboarding, like all the things that teens want to do.
Right. It's gonna
Nick's
look like
Teen Mall is what I'll call it.
And this
actually.
is an obscure fucking reference, but like that like Tony Hawk warehouse from that Rocket
Yeah.
Power episode
ooh.
where it was just like a jungle gym skate park scooter like extravaganza rave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
right.
Yes. No, that's okay. During the day, it's Nick's Mall. At night, it's Nick's Teen Mall after dark.
Oof.
That's what.
Oh boy.
No?
I'm thinking. So all the shops like close up, right?
Sure.
But then if certain shops are like about to go under, not doing so hot,
Yeah.
you can cut their rent if they leave their doors open when you're doing the paintball.
Yeah, sometimes we'll do hide
Brooks,
and seek.
so like Brooks Brothers is not doing so hot, so you can run in there playing laser tag and like.
But there's
hide
still a
behind
guy there that's like,
cashmere
don't
sweaters."
sit on the recliner chair.
Yeah,
You can't. You have to sign a waiver. Where are your parents?
right. Then you call him a nerd, and you like
Yeah,
give him a
you tell him to
wedgie.
eat your shorts, and you hit him with a couple paintball shots, and you skateboard out of there.
Right, and that's you, the mall manager, who just did that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know I'm attending Nick's Teen Mall after dark.
Right.
I still don't know if you should be
Okay.
there.
Let's workshop the name.
Black lights everywhere, obviously.
I guess we could go. I guess we could just go Nick's Mall after dark.
All right.
I don't know. I guess is the after dark the part that implies something sexual happens there?
It's Nick's Teen Mall. Teen. Underage.
Nick's Teen Mall.
okay. What if I take the Nick out at night and it's just Teen Mall after dark?
What if it's just teen?
No, that still sounds bad.
What if it's just teens?
It
after
sounds
dark?
bad, but at least you aren't implicated in that one.
Yeah, I'm in no way associated. I would just keep like they're not my teens, guys. It's just teens.
The teens aren't for me.
They're not for me. I'm not even there half the time.
Nick's Blacklight Place.
No, we'll just call it Teen Mall. No after dark, no Nick. It's just Teen Mall.
All right.
It's like Downs After Dark, but I'm not including the After Dark. Downs After Dark is a stupid thing Churchill Downs does to try and make money in the off season. Anyway, fuck that place.
Are there go-karts and laser tag there?
Oh, you can do go-karts through the mall at night.
Like, don't you think that something? Why doesn't something like that exist?
Because it costs way too much money.
But if I have $1 million and I bought the mall for $30,000 because it's failing,
All right. You're right.
It just has to be designed in a way that like it can exist as a regular mall during the day, and at night, like there's just grind rails everywhere. Like
they just come out of the walls like it's fucking Tony Stark's mansion. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
With $1 million.
Right, and
Then
then
that's
there's
overshooting, but that's my long-term goal. The short-term goal to do is to walk in and say, "I'll take your mall, please, $1 million."
then there's that sweet little area at the end of the night / early morning when the old people come in to run and jog.
Yeah.
But it's like the teen part hasn't quite totally shut down.
So they have to like dodge the go-karts.
Yeah, so there's like kids like skirting by. Like it's winding down. There's like some kids throwing up in the corner while like some middle-aged women are like jogging. Perfect. I can see it now. It's so beautiful.
And I know we've talked about this in a previous episode, but there would be part of the mall that would be reserved for slam ball, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing it back.
That's what you put the old Sears.
Yeah. And it'll be called Nick's Slam Ball After Dark.
Right. It's slam ball.
Nick's Slam Ball Mall After Dark.
Oh, Slam Ball Mall
But
sounds awesome.
in the corner of the slam ball area, there's still a customer service desk for Sears, and you can come back and they will take your Sears tools and replace them.
Yeah.
No questions.
Yeah. Lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
You have to have
sucks.
it. You're like contractually obligated. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, I bought this mall, but then like a man in like a black suit comes up and he's like, "We're from Sears. You can get rid of this. You can destroy the mall, but you can't destroy the Sears customer service desk."
Yeah. We made
It's
a
like
deal
the
with
Indian,
Satan.
it's like the Indian burial grounds.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
can't disturb it, so you just have to like quarantine it off.
Yeah, like it's undestroyable. They made a deal with the devil in like 1947 or something like that.
Bring your
To-
riding lawnmower
Yeah,
back from Sears.
yeah, they were talking to Satan. It was in a boardroom office in hell, and they're like, "Look, we really want this to mean what we say. It's got to be a lifetime guarantee."
Dude, maybe I can donate. We can have like you know how there's some go-kart tracks that have like the adult go-karts where you need a driver's license?
Absolutely, yeah.
I can donate you some of my elements to do like a demolition derby.
Okay.
That'll be in the what's the other one that's not JCPenney and Sears? There's one Dillard's.
Dillard's,
Dillard's,
There
that was
you
it.
go.
The Dillard's will
Von
be a
Maur.
Honda
You
Element
gotta-
destruction derby.
I think it's
But
just
there
a
will still
race-
be a Cheesecake
It's just
Factory,
a
for
race
sure.
through the mall, and it's like Need for Speed Mall Underground 3.
Oh my god! Why?
Speed Racer.
There's so many billionaires in this country. What the fuck are they doing?
Hot.
They could make this dream a reality. There's like little go-kart races. In between, like kids shooting each other with paintballs. There's kids shopping at the Lego store.
Oh yeah, the Lego.
There's
store.
one genius
Oh,
in the
man.
Apple store.
There's 6 GameStops.
yeah.
Next to each other because they bought out KB Toys that happened to be next to them. So this happened. Did you all know about this? Like up Westport Road in Louisville, there was a GameStop, and then right across the street in the shopping center, like within 50 yards or less, probably 20 yards, there was a KB Toys. They bought them out, and instead of just selling that building, they put a GameStop up
No,
there.
that happened across the street. This is very regional from Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
In that shopping center, there was one on a corner, and then in the same strip mall, it was just like around the corner, there was another GameStop.
It was the GameStop was inside the Buca de Beppo that was across the street. It was
Oh,
crazy.
nice. You know, you see, you're sad about your thing, but to bring it back to reality just for a minute, I was listening to the guy who created Doom and who created the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
John Carmack.
John
Carmack.
Oculus.
Yeah, John Oculus. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Joe Rogan was like, "Hey, why don't we have VR where you're like running on the treadmill and you're doing all these flips and you're doing all this shit? Wouldn't that be so cool?" And he's like, actually, everyone uses the Oculus Rift to just watch Netflix."
Fuck.
And it was like, what?
We have all of
And
this
he was
technology,
like,
and we're just shitting on
and he was
it.
like, why? Well, why don't they make like the place with the? And he's like, because no one will go. He's like, you have to spend all that money, and no one will go because they just watch Netflix instead.
He's so defeated. He
Dude,
made this.
he was kind of he was
amazing technology.
a pretty chipper guy, but
Yeah.
like when he started getting into it a little bit, he was a little defeated. Like, we could do cool things, but no one gives a shit. Like
Yeah,
everyone's just watching Netflix in their Oculus
That's why like
Rift.
internet and game cafes failed. There was one by the Laser Blaze that
Yeah.
failed.
Right? Yeah. everybody just wants to sit at home and not do it. So no
When's
one's going to your mall.
Maybe
dude.
it's amazing, but I don't know how watching Netflix on your Oculus is better than on a TV. But
Because the office is there
Right,
wherever
yeah, I
you
was gonna
look.
say, we could go to the mall and we could race Honda Elements through Von Mar. That's awesome. Let's go do it.
Mindhunter
We could just we could just watch Friends.
I want to be in Monica's apartment while I'm watching Friends. So
You're in Monica's apartment in VR watching Friends on a TV.
Oh, you're actually in Friends? No, it's just a phone that sits really close to your face. That's it. But it's pretty sweet. I'd just rather do that. Oh, okay. But Honda Elements.
But this mall has Slam Ball. I can just watch old Slam Ball clips on YouTube on my Oculus Rift.
which is
Google
just my
cardboard.
phone duct taped to my eyes. Like you have a cool
Guys,
ass,
the future is now.
you got a
That's
cool
what I'm
ass
saying.
Future
Oculus,
sucks.
but you have like an iPhone 4.
Yeah.
This is duty. Why'd I pay
You
$400?
have two iPhone 4s taped to your face because you need the dual screens.
It's just as good. And John Carmack's just like has this like forced smile on his face in the corner, and there's like just tears coming down his blocked face.
Fuck, man. We, as a society, just make everything the worst.
Yeah.
Let's find the dumbest reason to use these things.
Wally, it's coming, dude. Those you just float around.
I'm
in
ready
the
for my
recliner.
floating chair.
I think even
I'm
Wally
ready for
got
my
it wrong.
Thanos chair,
You're gonna
man.
have the chairs that float, and people are just gonna be like, but can it just have legs and not go anywhere? I'd rather. Is there a stationary mode I can put on my floating chair?
Why can't everything float to me?
Yeah, like I don't want to float two things. It's hot outside. The
This little-
AC thing's broke on my
This
chair.
little screen in front of my face. Can I just tape it to my face? I don't want to see anything but The Office in 480i. Please.
Can the future be that I'm sitting in my chair that could float, but I'm not making it right now, watching Oculus on Netflix on my Oculus? But the only thing that's really different from all of that is that I have like one of those bank tube things that's
Like the
connected,
pneumatic tubes?
The pneumatic tubes that's like connected to Little Caesars, and it just like shoots me pizza.
But it's rolled up.
There's a guy who goes to the vending machine, and there's 45 people waiting at the vending machine, and then they see it leave in the tube, and everyone goes, "Oh!"
And then I come into my floating chair.
No, it's like the next level. You come in to get it out of the vending machine, and the people are sad. Then
Yeah.
when they get on the vending machine level, they're like, "All right, now we're on the
Now
vending
we're,
machine."
we all have our floating chairs.
Yeah,
Here we
they
come.
see pizzas like shooting out a pneumatic tube, and they're just like,
Like,
"Damn
aw.
it! I could be at home with the Oculus Rift on my face right now."
Instead of at Little Caesars with the Oculus Rift on my face.
Oh wait, I'm not actually there.
Oh,
The new thing is it's not a tube. It's a tube to your house, but you still have to put on the Oculus and wait in line, and then it comes in the tube. Perfect.
I can't wait till we're standing in digital lines. I'm already sort of
Didn't you
doing
fucking
that.
do that?
Yeah, I am doing that
WoW
with.
classic.
I'm playing World of Warcraft Classic, and every time I get on, it's like, hey, sorry, you're 10,000th in line.
I've seen that, and then it's like estimated time to play your game you paid for, like 12 hours, and I'm like, whoa, Nick, 12 hours, and he's like, that's not true. It's gonna be longer. It's never that short.
I saw clips and stuff of some servers having lines when you're in the game. They line up to kill mobs.
Yes, that's exact. I had to do that. Where I was like waiting in line because this guy spawned in a certain area, and it was just us. I'm playing this on my computer at home, ignoring my wife and child.
You're waiting in line. Perfect.
Waiting in line.
And you don't even have a Little Caesars pneumatic tube
I don't.
hooked up to your mouth.
Isn't it crazy that in 2004 I was like, wow, the future's going to be so cool, but I'm just playing WoW Classic again in 2019.
Damn. And then in 2029, you're going to be doing the same thing, playing WoW Classic 2, only this time there's going to be a tube, and there's going to be some poor teenage bastard back at Little Caesars dumping the little cinnamon bites into it.
One
and
at
they're
a
just
time?
like shoot. Yeah, he just has to sit there and wait for your signal, and then he like drops another one in, and it
More
goes
bread.
on.
Send bread. Wow.
You can have the sugar bread, or you can have the cheesy bread, or you can have the regular bread, or you can have the bread flavored bread.
Ooh, bread.
Yeah.
Bread flavored cheese. Anyone else have anything they do with $1 million in a day to spend it?
I just keep going back to Walmart's.
Okay. Not even Target? You're going to go to Walmart?
You're
Pottery
You're
Barn?
right. No, I think I would go to Target because I'd finally be able to shop at Target.
Yeah. I know. Every time I go in Target, I'm like, I'm just like you people. And then I look around for a while. I'm like, I got to leave.
You're not.
I'm not like you guys. I am Walmart material, and I'll head over there now. Thank you.
Sorry, I thought I could hang. I gotta go.
You guys have a Starbucks, but they have a Subway over at Walmart, so I guess I better go over there and get a dirty sandwich.
Are you a middle-aged, middle-class white woman with your skin pulled back and snapped behind your neck who simultaneously hates gay people but loves Target, which is all designed by gay people, and you're there for Starbucks? I feel like that's what Target is.
Well, yeah, because the line of the regular one drive-through is too long. I'll just sneak into this Target and maybe get a loofah or something while I have my Starbucks. Maybe get a $12 birthday card.
Actually, I did used to shop at Target because I get these great birthday cards for everyone's birthday, where it was like, you're a strong young black man. Like, you're not going to let the world get you down because you're strong and you have strength. And it's like...
Nick's gotten me that birthday card twice.
Because Colin's gotten me that birthday card twice.
Whoa!
You say that like you didn't use that on me several times.
I did. They discontinued that card. My brother was also buying that card for people. My sister was buying that card for people.
It's just so specific.
It really is.
Been
It's
for
like,
anybody, but it's just the most. It might as well have been like, you're a 15-year-old Chinese girl who likes to watch slam ball on Saturdays.
that's you, and you should be proud of who you are. And then that's not the end. It goes on for like 2 paragraphs on the front of this card.
It was
And it
the
looks like an album
specificity,
cover on the
because
front.
all holiday cards just like, hey man, you did something.
Yeah, and it's a
Didn't
it was
you?
just,
Hey,
You
man,
got a
you
card
did
for
it.
it was just a happy birthday card too.
Yeah.
It was just like, happy birthday. Yeah, we single-handedly kept that company in business for a while, long while.
The guy's like, I made that as a goof. Why are people buying this? I was really mad at the card company. They bought this really specific one. Well, if you're in the very specific predicament where you get $1 million and you have to spend it in a day in order to get like $25 million.
Right. In order to beat Shaq.
Yeah. You just send some of it our way, you know?
Yeah, send me some money. Send me a pizza tube.
Some money. Send us the ideas.
I want the money. No, I don't care about your dumb fantasy
I
ideas.
just want a pneumatic tube to Little Caesars now. That's
Like,
it.
maybe your dream is to support, like, a poor podcast. Mark Maron doesn't need your fucking money, gang.
Right. Conan O'Brien doesn't need your listens. He's like
Yeah.
a billionaire.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on, small team, small next teen holiday mall.
Like, obviously, we're not sponsored by anybody, but you know what? Don't give your money to HelloFresh. Don't give your money to fucking ExpressVPN or whatever. Joey already did that,
Yeah.
but you don't have to. Just send it straight to us.
Right.
I'm watching UK Netflix and
Yeah,
my
you are.
Oculus Quest.
I am really jealous.
Oh,
I
man.
might get ExpressVPN. They're not our sponsor. But if you send us some money here at Very Real Talk, I can afford to use somebody else's promo code to get ExpressVPN.
Send me enough money so I have a pneumatic tube to Shaquille O'Neal's house.
Whoa.
But he doesn't really know it's there, so I can talk shit into it, and it's like 2 tin cans on a string, and he just kind of hears it as
It's like
he's
a
walking
ghost
around.
in his house.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I buy more Walmart shit than you. He's just like, who said that?
But you know what? If you don't have $1 million that you have to spend in a day, we're just glad you're here to listen. We really appreciate you guys checking out our show. we'd appreciate it even more if you would tell your friends and family about it. Or, go rate and review, subscribe, do what you can. Give us a shout out.
We're on all the podcast apps. If we're not there, let us know.
Yeah, you can let us know by sending us an email at vrtcast@gmail.com. We also have a website where all of our episodes are. That's vrtcast.com. Our other show that we do called Very Real Tournament is over there as well. You can feel free to check out those eps.
Super fun. Check it out. Don't disappoint us.
Please. God.
I was going to say, I hope we don't disappoint you. But
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and
No, I think we're pretty funny.
get
watch
to
those
nag 'em. We're gonna
episodes
nag
on the
our-
Oculus.
Yeah.
Go to Von Mars, sit
Okay.
down in one of those leather chairs, watch our episode on the Oculus, even though it's a podcast.
Yeah, so it's just our logo in your Oculus.
Right.
on
Find
YouTube.
someone's Honda Element in a parking lot, break into it, watch
hopefully
us.
it's mine at that point.
Yeah.
I'll have them all.
You'll be upset, but then they're like, "Oh no, I'm just listening to Very Real Tournament and Very Real Talk."
I have it on CDs that I leave in.
I needed an unreasonable
nice.
amount of space to listen to this podcast, so I got into this Honda Element.
doing the worm.
Honda Elements are so specific. Your key unlocks all other Honda Elements, so you start leaving CDs in other people's Honda Element players.
Oh.
I mean,
Man.
that's not a bad way to get our name out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe we'll start doing that. Send us some CDs. We'll just start burning it. What I'm trying to say is we will accept your support in any fashion.
Yeah.
We just love doing podcasts. We love entertaining. And we all love slam ball.
Yep.
That's 3 things right there you should know about us. All right, guys. It has been fun hanging out with you once again. Are you ready to get out of here, though?
Cheat.
Yes.
All right, then let's do it. I'm Nick Potter.
Joey Potter.
Collin Sage.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been Nick's Teen Mall After Dark.
No.